I guess we should get into the first part of the show, a little thing that we like to call news.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
Tune those ears in, folks.
You always got to tune them in. If not, what the fuck are you doing with your life, folks? All right. As spooky season approaches, AMC Theaters has come up with a delightfully spooky new deal called the Slash Pass. For $66.66, horror fans can purchase said pass and see up to 6 horror movies. They'll have the choice of choosing between both retro and current releases. Not only that, but they can also use the pass any way they see fit, whether they want to see the same movie 6 times, whether they want to see 6 movies in a row, or the nice part about this is they can bring 5 friends with them and see one movie. They can just divide and conquer whatever they want as long as they get 6 slots. I feel like this is kind of cool. How do you feel about something like this?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's essentially a package deal on 6 tickets that as long as those movies you watch are on this list of films, that I think that's cool. That's a fun way to, especially if you already know you're going. That's a great discount. To be honest, $11.11 for a 1 movie ticket is way better than most places now. Yeah, so that's a fun approach to it. That's cool.
And of course, they are actually going to be doing horror movies all year. Like I looked at the schedule of movies they have, and it goes all the ways to December. So you don't get to use it all in September or October. You can spread the love out as much as you want.
That's great. Okay, I was going to say it's like that's if it's one person going one at a time. For most people, I would say that would take a while to get through. Some of us, that's just an afternoon.
Yeah. I recently had to tell some of my coworkers, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go see 4 movies tonight. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, these movie theaters are far from me. I want to get my money's worth. And I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a dork.
That's right. No, I told Val that the other day. It's like, oh yeah, he's got like 4 movies he's going to after work. She's like, what the fuck is he doing? He's going to see movies.
In my defense, it was only 2 that night. I only got to 2 that day.
Oh, okay. Why?
Yeah. I mean, which 2 is still crazy after working 12 hours. And I don't know.
The man knows how he likes to. Oh, okay. I was going to say the man knows how to relax, but I guess you did. So.
I did, yeah. But I pretty much saw the whole movie. I missed little segments here and there, but I got the gist. So if you happen to listen to reviews in episode 222, take those with a grain of salt if I gave them. Well, all right. Up next, it looks like HBO Max and Mike White are taking their hugely popular series, The White Lotus, to France for its 4th season. I don't know. How do you feel about a French set season, Dennis?
It's funny. Val's been working this week. This is the show she's had on the background noise. So we just finished the whole run of the series, top to bottom.
Nice.
And School of Rock was on the other day. I'm like,
you're Mike Whiting it up.
Yeah, all over the place. School of Rock. Why not? I think that's kind of a logical, because you need so imagine like French Riviera. It needs to be these high ticket locations, these beautiful, fantastic locales. I thoroughly enjoyed the last season. I think the location was such a beautiful character, and the fact that it was that very tropical jungle presentation of Thailand was gorgeous. So I think France makes total sense.
Speaking of which, Dennis, you can now own season 3 on DVD and Blu-ray, and you got some cool bonus features here. You got invitation to the set, welcome to Thailand, Thai tea, closet tour, unpacking each episode, get to know the characters, and so much more. All for $20, all 8 episodes. You can relive the glory, the pain, the comedy, and the killings.
That's a great deal, actually. That's awesome.
Right?
That is really solid. And especially for 8 episodes of that show. That's a steal.
8
with
hours
all the bonus stuff.
Quality TV.
Yeah. And we were just talking about this the other day. I miss when they used to put a lot of cool shit on DVDs. So getting to see that behind the scenes look at everything at your fingertips, that's a good that's a good deal.
You don't get all of that on the streamer. And like in the past when I've done like some, because we get Warner Brothers DVDs and whatnot to kind of talk about, I did many different cartoon series and shows from the past, and everyone was like, I can stream that on Max. And I'm always like, oh no, that show's been pulled. Or yeah, you could stream it now, but who knows later. And of course, Max has been fucking purging everything. So it's like, you really
Right.
don't know if you can count on streamers.
Nothing is
So
safe.
buy it while you can.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's kind of the misnomer. People get lulled into that sense of security of like, oh well, I pay for all these streamers, so I'll always have access to these things. Like, well, you don't. You don't own any of those
Yeah.
things. You're
And even like, we're not even talking about this story in our segment today, but I guess we can talk about it while we're talking about it. Amazon has just been sued for like millions because people realize they don't own the movies that they purchase on their streamer site. And it's like everyone's known for years you don't own them, but you feel like
yeah,
you should be able to own them.
right. Well,
It's
that's I
fucked up.
mean, it's the downfall of physical media. That's what we're losing out on by not having
Yeah.
physical media anymore. I mean, you just look at what's people's reactions to the Switch 2, and I don't blame them. That's like,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
situations I don't want to have to download everything or like
Well,
constantly be worrying about how much hard drive space I have left. Like,
and
what
that's the
the
thing
fuck?
with mine. I got Mario Kart World, install it, and then I want to bring I transfer over my games from my other system. It's like, oh, we'll do the virtual disc or whatever the fuck they're called. And it's like, cool. So I don't gotta put the disc in. No, you still gotta put it in, but we're just taking up the space on your hard drive. And it's like, fuck
Right.
you.
It's
Come
like
on,
a key
Nintendo.
card. You know, it's like it's just something that gives you access instead of it being the thing. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Why do that to us? I know they've been doing it for
Yeah.
years, but still,
But you used to
that's
have the choice whether you want it digital or an actual
yeah.
physical copy.
Oh
And now
yeah,
they're trying to move away from that. Fuck it. I don't like that.
yeah. I
Well,
agree.
we're not here to complain about that, I guess. Anything before we move
Nah.
on from the old
Oh
White
no.
Lotus
I am
Resort?
looking forward to Le White Lotus.
Oh,
Terrible
yeah.
French accent. I'm never doing that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. All right. Well, speaking of Prime, it looks like Prime Video is adapting the genre-bending video game series Life is Strange into a streaming series. The live-action series follows Max, a photography student who discovers she can rewind time while saving the life of her childhood best friend, Chloe. As she struggles to understand the new skill, the pair investigate the mysterious disappearance of a fellow student, uncovering a dark side of their town that will ultimately force them to make an impossible life or death choice that will impact them forever. I mean, I feel like this lends itself to a to a TV series because isn't the
Yep.
game built in like episodic episodes?
From what I understand, yes. I've never played it myself, but the video game channel that I really like, they've done a lot of coverage of it, and it's sequels and prequels and stuff that I know are in various stages of. Some have been done, some aren't. Anyways, yeah, the story is perfect for this type of treatment. I think this kind of like sci-fi-ish but present day sort of thing. It looks
Right.
It's a really cool setting, and I'd definitely be checking this one out. It sounded interesting to me as a game concept, but I'm curious to see how they adapt it to the screen. And
True,
and
I'm with you.
and as you
Yeah.
said, a series makes way more sense than a movie. Really,
Like I feel like if you wanted to do a franchise of movies, sure, but I feel like you can do
yeah.
so much more in episode to episode arcs.
Mhm.
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
and Amazon's proven the formula, and I'm glad they're now
Oh,
not
hell yeah.
afraid of like it's the curse of video game based media is lifted.
It's slowly
I think.
dissipating.
Yeah.
Video games essentially are now the new superhero because we're not only getting movies, we're getting series, we're getting everything. Like
Yep.
that's
Yep.
what we're gonna get for the next 10 years, I'm betting. And
And
it's like
it's
cool, but hopefully it doesn't lose its specialness.
right. Yeah. If anything, I kind of am hoping that more people recognize that video games as a medium of storytelling should be like respected a little more. It is, in fact, sometimes those things are written for way longer than any movie or books or even the amount of attention it
Yeah.
takes to fill out these worlds. So it's cool that
Like,
they're kind of getting their due now.
because yeah, nobody thinks about, okay, we got the main storyline, then we get the side quests, then we get all the other random things that happen. People have to write that shit. People have
Right.
to animate that. Like the production of these things, nobody ever thinks about. And that's why we're getting
Massive.
things like GTA 6 being delayed so they can perfectly get it all made and whatnot.
Yep. Rockstar don't fuck around.
True that. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, speaking of Prime Video, it looks like things are looking a bit grim for the second season of their series, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. even though the series was recently awarded a $22.4 million tax credit from the California Film Commission, and Yellow Jacket star Sophie Thatcher and Anora star Mark Edelisthan had signed on as regulars in the series, it looks like production has been put on an indefinite hold, quote unquote, because of cast availability. But oddly enough, the same day they announced that, right after they announced that the showrunner, Francesca Sloan, who created and executive produces the series with Donald Glover, just signed an overall deal with HBO, and she's starting to write the third season of Big Little Lies. So I feel like something's going on there.
Yeah.
So.
It's one where like I feel like there was such a limited amount of time they were advertising for it that I kind of like at times I'd forget it exists until you know you'd mention something in the show or like upcoming Donald Glover project. Oh, but he's working around the schedule for Mr. Oh, that's right, he's doing a fucking series. I forgot. It was just too bad. I mean, this is also I think a part of the problem of when you have so many things on your plate. I just set it aside, like especially when there's years worth of other streaming things that I've never got around to watching, that it's like you know,
you're right, that's the issue. I literally last week or the past 2 weeks there's been like 6 different streaming series that I'm like I want to watch, but I'm already watching 18 other things. I keep a list on my phone and I'm like, will I ever get to these items? Who knows?
Right. I'm with you, man. Yeah, I was we were charging through Mr. Robot pretty well, and then several other things, you know, started coming back, or things we were looking forward to catching again, you know. So
and especially now that shows are premiering all different times of the year. It's not just September or March. It's now summer, winter, whatever the fuck the studios want to do.
Exactly. The seasons are kind of like breaking apart a little bit, which I guess is kind of a good thing. You're not waiting for fall for everything to come back at once, or that odd summer series that you like. It's
at the same point, we're also getting like a third of the episodes. Like now, like 8 to 12 episodes are like a season opposed to 20 to 22. Yeah.
It was a bummer when realizing like Sunny was already done. It was just
fly right through that season.
Yeah. It's like I wanted more time with the gang, but fair enough. If you're going to be doing it for another,
they'll be back in
25 years. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Well, sticking in the realm of streaming series, the Conjuring movies might be done, but we're about to see a hell of a lot more of the Warrens. Our next story is about HBO, of course. A few episodes ago, we mentioned that they were developing a Conjuring-based series. Well, now it looks like after the success of the Conjuring Last Rites, making, I want to say, like 80 million domestically first weekend, and overall the first weekend throughout the whole world, almost 200,000, 200, some crazy numbers, shattering box office records. They announced that they finally found a showrunner for this series. They've tapped Nancy Wan, and she has one hell of a resume. She's got shows like Jericho, Everwood, Jessica Jones, Supernatural, and so many other shows. So it's like, all right, this person.
This is a practice hand in this kind of exactly. Nice. So I'm curious that after all these fucking movies, where are they setting this? Is it like in the middle of the story, their story, or
that's the thing, because they definitively said this is the final movie, but I'm not reviewing the movie here. I will review it on a later YouTube review. But so essentially in this current movie that's out right now, The Last Rites, it starts off with seeing a young version of the Warrens as they're giving birth to their child, and they have a younger cast. So it's like, all right, you could do that. But at the same point, the whole movie feels like they're shifting gears, and now the daughter and her now husband are going to take over. But right at the very end of the movie, like the new husband and Patrick Wilson's character are in the room where all the items are kept. The guy's like, "Oh, how many cases have you had?" And Patrick Wilson's like, "Thousands." So it's like, okay, so what are we doing?
There's a lot of story. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Know. I mean, they made a career off of doing this shit, right? So like the real Warrens.
Yeah. But the scary thing here, this week James Wan isn't sure if he's going to continue on with the franchise because apparently the studio doesn't want to pay out as much as he feels like he's owed. And he's essentially the architect of this whole universe. So it's like, if we
Yeah.
lose James Gunn, is this franchise going to be as fresh and interesting as it
Or
currently
James
is?
Wan. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I say Gunn? I
Yeah.
probably did.
That would
Fuck.
be
Yeah, I
that would
missed
be a
one.
wild movie.
Not the same at all.
No. Yeah,
But
that's sorry.
No, I it's all good. Now, have you watched any of these movies? I know you're not a giant horror movie fan
Oh, I mean, I'm not a big fan of these. I mean, I think I've
of
watched
paranormal.
one, just yeah, like just this particular, because the way they always struck me, I don't like the ones that feel like this, like it's the PG-13, the things that I would have been excited about as a teenager. That's just full of cheap jump scares.
Mm-hmm.
I no offense to those who are a big fan of the series, but I lump a lot of movies like that together, and I usually don't watch them. I'd rather the slashers. I don't mind paranormal horror, but I want it to truly be horror and not just a jump scary mess, you know?
True.
Or like 20 minutes of fucking nothing happening, and then we get a loud thud to try to get you to jump in your movie theater seat. But like, I loved it. I'm looking forward to Welcome to Derry. That shit is fantastic. I'm all about that. I feel like that's kind of paranormal horror to me.
Yeah,
with a
that's
little more straight on traditional horror too, with just how Pennywise presents himself.
But I mean, it's a clown that's been around for hundreds of years, so that definitely has to be paranormal.
Oh yeah, exactly. Ancient Indian burial ground, the classic Stephen King. Fucking
I feel like that's
reason for everything.
Coming out like next month, isn't it?
It's coming up soon.
God.
Yeah, I've already seen
avoiding the trailers.
Oh yeah. I don't blame you,
because I don't want to ruin anything. But the fact that
Right.
they're getting back what's his face to play Pennywise is kind of exciting. I feel like.
Oh yes. Oh my god. And he's so fantastic at playing that character, as he is with just about everything. I mean, I really thoroughly enjoyed the was it Locked? That was I liked it.
And it's interesting talking about him as Pennywise. Remember when they cast him? Everyone's like, I don't know. Nobody can hold the light to fucking Tim Curry. Like Tim Curry's fantastic.
Yeah.
But there was something new and darker added to that role, I feel.
Yes. There was this there's a sinister just tone that he brings to that character that he doesn't even need to say very much. His physical presence brings so much to the screen. Did a brilliant job.
Heck yeah.
So fuck yeah. I'll definitely be checking that series out when it hits.
For sure.
Hopefully I digress.
On the show. No, we both did. Let's stick with the world of franchises becoming serious. Even though the Fast and Furious is pumping the brakes and wrapping up the film franchise with its next movie, supposedly, rumor has it that a prequel streaming series is in development. It's supposedly going to be taking place in the 90s and will show us how Dom and his family got into the world of fast cars and furious situations. I don't know. Do you think we need a Fast and Furious prequel series, Dennis? I know how you feel about this whole franchise.
The pilot just needs to be. Did I ever tell you about when I had my first Corona? And it's like that's the setup. It's like we're going back to his first beer, and this is when he robs his first fucking semi truck or whatever.
Man. Yes, because nobody remembers the original movies was about them robbing DVD players off of trucks. It wasn't heist. It wasn't saving the world. It was they were shitty people stealing shitty, mediocre DVD players
to fuel
which were expensive at the time.
Oh, of course, and all of this just to fuel their street racing like addiction.
Yeah,
selling shit off to buy more car parts. Like, it's so funny.
And yet,
just so they could soup up their cars.
They had their own repair shop.
Yes,
they had their own repair shop, but that didn't make enough money. They had to turn to the life of crime.
That's right.
And it's like Fast X, a lot of the backstory was seeing Vin Diesel and his brother as children. We had flashbacks to them and dealing with their dad and their dad's death. And that was the weakest part of the movie for me. So it's like, am I excited to see that as a show? No, but I feel like there's potential to do something more and add to the racing. I want more racing. I want more Los Angeles. So if that's what we're getting, I'd be happy. But I don't want what I got in Fast X. I don't know.
Yeah. If they actually take it back to practical like racing stories,
Mhm.
that would be pretty badass. That would actually probably get my attention. But
right?
until I'm proven wrong, I'm not holding my breath.
Fair enough. And I
Sorry,
love it. I
Zane.
recently saw one of the producers was being interviewed the other day, and she's like, "Yeah, I think taking a car into space, we might have really made a mistake there in that last movie." And it's
You
like, "Oh, you
launched this,
think taking a car into space with Ludacris
yeah.
was a weird choice? Okay, I'm happy you could see that years later.
That's like not jumping the shark. It's like fucking sending a shark to
Jumping the
space.
moon."
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Exactly. The Fonz isn't even like a factor anymore.
Remember that gag in Arrested Development with him jumping the shark? I think
That's
going to like Burger King.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
They have such good food there. That is such a wonderful restaurant. God, Henry Winkler is a fucking treasure.
I'm gonna miss him when he goes, man. That guy is fantastic.
Oh, he's wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Totally agree.
Speaking of tasty things, Dennis, Hannibal creator Brian Fuller has been trying to revive his cult classic series Hannibal for years. And now he thinks he's figured out a way to do it. He wants to make a limited series adaptation of The Silence of the Lamb. Of course, he wants Mad Mikkelsen to return as Hannibal Lecter, but he has his sights set on Zendaya to play Clarice. And of course,
Okay.
Jodie Foster perfectly brought Clarice to life in the film, but Fuller has a radical new take on the character. And here's what he had to say. I always love the idea of casting somebody who's not white in that role. Having a race play a factor in Clarice's background in a way that race plays a factor in everybody's background, I think would be interesting to explore with the character. And I'm like, you know what, I guess, but it'd be interesting. But do you see Zendaya going back to TV? And I feel like, why not just make a movie? Why make a series? I don't know.
I don't know. I'd say I could see her doing this. Her episode of The Studio was just fucking fantastic.
Oh, that's true.
I could see her playing this character. Now, you know,
I think
obviously,
she'd be great.
No, the original film is still a fantastic fucking film to this day. But getting to spend a little more time with the character, because I never read the book, but from what I understand, they actually cut quite a bit out for the movie to work. So as a series, I'm curious to see what else they get to put back in, because I believe that there's more than one killer they're hunting over the course of Silence of the Lambs. It's not just Buffalo Bill, but there's other characters that they come across, from what I understand. But correct me if I'm wrong there, Toasties. But yeah, I don't know, that could be interesting. She's extremely talented on screen, so I think she can deliver the seriousness of Clarice just fine.
And
very
it's
well,
like,
in fact.
I feel like now that Amazon Prime has they have MGM Studios, I feel like this would be prime for them to do it. They could put it on Prime Video or whatnot. But the weird thing is, I don't know if you remember, I want to say 2021 or 2023, I think CBS had a Clarice show that only lasted one season. But it wasn't Zendaya.
No, of course.
But I don't know.
That's funny. Were they trying to tie that into Hannibal?
No, I think it was just seeing her like rising through the ranks, which sounded like a fun show, but I never gave it a shot. So
yeah,
I guess I can't speak.
Interesting.
But,
okay.
Yeah. So I guess time will tell. I mean, he's been trying to get this show off the ground since they canceled it what feels like 10 to 15 years ago. So maybe this could be the shot in the ass it needs.
That'd be cool. And it's lived on so well in street, like it had a new life in streaming, so I get why people are still discovering it for the first time even now. So
and Mads Mikkelsen, and from what I did watch some of the first season, it had a very distinctive style that I really enjoyed, like the colors and the cinematography and the acting. Mad Mikkelsen is fantastic.
That's amazing.
Why not bring him back? Why not do that? But I kind of would like to see a movie, but at the same time, like you said, they could do so much with the series, and limited series, of course. Yeah. So time will tell, I suppose. While promoting The Long Walk, producer Roy Lee reiterated that the BioShock movie is still in active development, and it's definitely going to be based on the first game. I guess fans were kind of wondering what was going to happen, if it was going to be its own story.
Yeah, which
How do
which
you
makes
feel about
sense in
that?
this world. I've been excited for this, but we've also been hearing about them optioning a BioShock movie for fucking years. So
Yeah.
it was always one of those ones that like it's like, oh, that would be so cool. You know, they just like the laundry list of other things that they have claimed they were going to get made into a movie. But this one, it sounds like, given the current environment and the current temperature of video game based projects, it makes total sense for them to push this one forward. It has a large dedicated following, even though we haven't had a new game in years. It's still just such a solid story and a very, very rich and beautiful environment that I get why that people were wondering when or which story we were going to be based on, because are we going to end up seeing Rapture before it fell, or are we going to jump in where obviously we're going to be after the fall of Rapture and all of the shit goes crazy and everyone's juiced up on their crazy ass powers and stuff. I feel like if they were to jump into BioShock Infinite right out the gate, that would be a lot for people to take, especially right now given the current political climate. That game is pretty heavy right at the start. So yeah, good move going
Build
this
our
way
way up to
first.
that.
Yeah, let's warm up to the whole concept of the world first, I feel, before we get into analyzing ourselves.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't like that happening in real life these days. So
Nope.
Staying in the realm of video game movies, thanks to a recent teaser trailer, we now have a few updates on the follow-up to the Super Mario Brothers movie. First of all, we know that it's going to be released April 3rd, 2026, but more importantly, we now have an idea of where the movie's going because it's called the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So clearly Mario's going to space and we're going to follow him in the Mario Galaxy franchise.
Isn't
I'm thinking
this
we're jumping the shark here. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, because isn't this the one, like, this was like the first one for the Switch, I believe, was the Super Mario
Switch
Galaxy,
or GameCube, I believe. Yeah, let's
or
see.
the last one for the
Or Wii.
GameCube, or the Wii. That's right, because it's that spherical planet jumping mechanic, right? So I
Yeah.
don't know. I guess to be honest,
Like,
I thought they were gonna jump straight to Odyssey, so you could have all of the
yeah.
different worlds and shit. So I'm kind of surprised this is what they went with.
Yeah, it just feels like there's so much to do in the Mushroom Kingdom. We just saw a little bit of it, and all
Yeah,
the worlds. Like, we were getting reports that this was going to be Super Mario World opposed to Galaxy, so we're just jumping past the whole world.
right.
And I don't know. And the fact that we're getting it next year, it's just like, holy shit, that's quick. Even though I
It seems
guess it's
fast.
been 3 years. Yeah,
Oh yeah, but like I feel like they spent a good amount of time in the first one, so
true.
I guess
But
what is it? We know the formula works, so we're just gonna crank
true.
this bad beezer out. I don't know. I also
Yeah.
didn't. Unfortunately, I just didn't get on the. It's a fine movie, but I didn't fall in love with it like
Fair
most
enough.
people did. I hope we
Yeah.
get more of the other characters, because calling it a fucking
Right.
Mario movie is kind of a joke too. It's a Princess
Uh-huh.
Peach the
It was
movie.
she was the star.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong got a little time to shine.
I wanted
Yeah.
more Donkey Kong. I wanted more Luigi. Luigi got
Oh, yeah, they
shafted in the
sidelined
first one.
Luigi big time,
Bullshit.
right?
We need more of that guy.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I like why not fucking Super Mario Sunshine? Why not watch him go
Yeah,
after all the
clean up the
adventures?
streets first.
He's tries to go on vacation and all of that goes awry. I think that would have been kind of fun.
That could be
I don't know.
cool.
We'll see.
Yeah,
It's not what I'm super hyped about, but I will definitely watch it because it does have a lot of heart, and I can forgive the casting of our hero because you have a lot of other great talent in the movie that I appreciate. So
yeah. It's rough.
it's
Now,
an accent.
yeah. Well, speaking of wanting to see more of a guy, Dennis, Michael Caine
Yeah.
retired back in 2023, which I completely forgot about, but it looks like he's stepping out of retirement to co-star alongside Vin Diesel in a sequel to their 2015 sleeper hit, The Last Witch Hunter.
Totally a movie most people don't even remember exists.
I didn't
think
even see it.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it. I think I've had it on my Netflix queue. It's one of those, like, as it gets added and removed from the catalog, it gets bumped back to the top. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll watch that sometime.
And I guess
go
that's
past it.
the main driving force here. Apparently, it did crazy numbers on Netflix. So like, let's do a sequel all
Yep.
the 8 years later. And it's like, okay, but why? Michael Caine could do anything he wants, and this is the slot he's coming out of retirement. Does he need the money?
I think maybe it's just kind of the thrill of doing it again. What is it? Like you said, 92, 93 he's up to. I mean, the guy is
yeah.
He's I mean, he's a legend. So I think it's
Hell
cool
yeah.
that he wants to just keep on going, keep trucking.
Right.
There's a lot of the
You
greats.
think he got bored being retired, going
Yes.
from always working to just living a regular life?
He's been acting in movies since since he was in his 20s, I think.
Easily.
This is what the guy does, you know. Michael Caine, yeah. I can keep singing his praises, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. If the guy wants to be in another movie, fucking let him be in another movie.
I just wish it was a better movie that I would want to see.
Yeah,
hey,
right. I totally feel
back.
you there. I totally feel another a sequel to The Italian Job, please.
There we go.
That would be sick.
Well, all right, moving on. Fede Alvarez recently announced that the script for an Alien Romulus sequel has been written. Not only that, but he will produce the film alongside Ridley Scott. But the bombshell here, Dennis, is the fact that he will not be directing it. They're actively searching for another director. How do you feel about this? I feel like he made that movie special, and if he really cared about it,
he made me feel like a brand new movie. He made me feel like I was watching a movie from the 80s. He did such a good job on handling the material and delivering a story that was interesting and unique to the Alien universe, that it didn't feel like we're just rehashing the same thing, which I think is fair to say of most of the Alien films. But
fair enough, yeah.
But this one stood out on its own. It didn't have to borrow too much from like we didn't need Ripley to show up or anything. Like not that she could, but I love the way they're telling the story here. I'm a little nervous though, because he did such a good job of making it work the way it did. It doesn't mean that they won't find someone fantastic to
no,
direct.
they totally can. But just listening to him doing interviews on podcasts, he had a passion and appreciation for it. And even back then, he sounded like he knew where he wanted to take the franchise. And I'm like, did Ridley Scott force him out? Did he feel like a little pressure because people liked this better than Covenant or the other movies?
Well, maybe it's one of those. It's just kind of like I've done this. I've now done one of these. I need to creatively move on to, like, producing is one thing, but directing is another sort of intimate relationship to have with the story, with the script, with the film itself. Maybe that's just how he rolls.
Now, let me throw this way to you. Would you like to see Noah Hawley come in after Alien Earth and do a Romulus sequel?
That would be cool. I mean, Alien Earth has already been great. There's another one we're behind on. Fell behind because of all the other stuff.
Same here. I'm probably like on episode 4 or 5 out of the 7 or
so fucking good. I've been loving it. It's although different, it's different in tone. There is very much a reference for what we're seeing here, like where the story comes from, and I have been loving that since episode 1. So the fact that I get, for some people it might be a little too slow or too slow of a burn, but that's what all of the Alien films used to do. You know, if you go back and watch Alien again, you know the big bad monster's coming, but it's that anticipation is just it's delicious. I love that buildup, and Aliens as well. It's although it's a little bit faster, it adds a whole other flavor to that Alien gumbo that is so wonderful. We're just gonna ignore 4. 3's all right, but let's just pretend 4 didn't happen.
Resurrections?
God, yeah. She's fucking schooling, like the half court, the basketball scene. Yes.
And was Ron Perlman in that, I think?
Yep. And
what a movie.
Couple other random. It was what a pile. Yeah, that was. I know several episodes back, I went back and hammered through a bunch of the Alien movies. I think that was around Halloween last year or something.
Oh wow, yeah, that was right.
That was a. Oh. Oh my god.
Hey man, At least we know we're in good hands with the TV series, and hopefully the next
Yes.
movie follows up good.
And Romulus is
And
great.
that we're in good hands with the Predator franchise. Now, this is
Yes.
what I'm wondering. Maybe if he's stepping aside so he can go and work with Dan Trachtenberg and maybe merge their two styles together for a AVP remake.
Yes.
I don't know.
I very much want that. As cheesy as
Right?
the AVP movies were. First one's a little better, but their versions of the story, like
Oh,
the way
fuck
they've
yeah.
been handling, and if they bridge those together, would be just so fucking epic. I know there's
Dude.
long-standing comic books and video games from back in the day that have brought these worlds together. To finally see a true horror movie that isn't this, again, layered, like, let's be honest, the first two AVPs are aiming for a much younger audience,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. And
like
even when we were that age, it's like, okay, this is
it
what we're
was,
getting.
yeah,
Sure.
it was still cheesy. Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, I remember going opening day, I think it was like Christmas with some friends to see AVP. I think it was AVP, and they killed a kid in the opening. I'm like, oh, fuck, we're in for a trip. And then it's like, oh, no, that was the only badass part of this movie.
Right, and the rest of it's just very, yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't land. Other than
Man,
I did like the whole getting brought into the clan thing at the end when she the chick got burned with the alien blood. Like you chopped the thing off and gave her it's like, yeah, you're one of us now. I wanted more of that. Like it would be cool if that got referenced in Hunter of Hunter or Killer of Killers or something, you know, or you know, like one of those things where it's like they clearly keep a very thorough catalog of beings that they've interacted with. So I don't know, maybe but yeah, them bringing those worlds together again would be fucking awesome. And
I feel like that would make me feel a little more at ease knowing that he left to go do that. But I mean, there's been no word of that, but I'm hoping maybe that
I'm hoping with you, man. I'm very much hoping with you.
Yeah. Well, this next one here, Dennis, James Gunn recently announced the sequel to Superman will be titled Man of Tomorrow, and it'll be a Lex Luthor Superman team-up movie. And it's going in production this April. That's being fast-tracked. How do you feel about teaming these two together in the second movie, essentially, in the Superman world? I know you haven't seen the last one.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen the last one yet. But from what I understand, the comics, this is something that did happen when it was like, because Lex Luthor, at the end of the day,
he thinks he's doing the right thing.
Yes, he believes if he controls the world, he can make everything better. If he influences everything, then that is the ideal outcome for everybody. And if there's a threat larger than everything else, then yeah, he will help Superman accomplish that goal. But then I'm wondering, what are they fighting then? Is this like have we done Doomsday in the DC universe yet?
I don't think we have. And I know a lot of people are thinking maybe it's going to be Brainiac, but I'm wondering maybe could it be Bizarro Superman, because some things that happened in the last movie could kind of lead into that, and maybe it's getting revenge on both these. I don't know.
Bizarro world would be cool.
He also did say that Peacemaker season 2 is leading into this, so we might be seeing a little bit more coming in the next few episodes of Peacemaker, which I haven't even started this season yet, but
same here.
I'm so excited to watch it.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. Season 1 was so fucking good. It's on that list of when I know we're just going to watch only this show and not get distracted. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's just too much fun to like have it in those bite-sized morsels. I'd rather run through it as much as I can.
You know who I hear is pretty good in this season? Tim Meadows. And I'm always a fan of Tim Meadows. So to see him in a more serious role in this universe, I feel like could be fun.
Nice. I did I can't think of his name. From The Office. I guess he has a bit part. I remember seeing
I don't know.
David Denman.
Oh yeah. The guy that was going to marry Pam initially.
Yes.
I love that guy and everything he does, man. I would watch him do anything.
He was so stoked to be a part of the series, and he transformed himself to get into the character that he ends up playing. So I'm excited to see that all that arc play out, and it's going to be I'm excited for it. It'll be cool.
So, but how do you feel about this news that we just got Superman in July, and now it's like April, we're starting the next one? Like, does that seem kind of rushed, or do you think
that seems really fast?
He's probably been planning this since he wrapped production?
He's been, I mean, as because as soon as it came out, Gunn was coming over
He
to
was
DC.
already-
I think he's
Yeah.
already been playing. He's been writing this shit since then. So
Yeah,
this is years now of preparation that have come into this. It's kind of like now that they got to start making the actual money off of the previous Superman film, like, all right, let's do it. Like, let's fucking turn the key. Let's get this machine. Let's get the machine going. And I don't blame him.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm intrigued. All right. Well, back in August, The Spare in Las Vegas made headlines because they were starting to show an abridged version of The Wizard of Oz, which had been touched up by AI and presented in this immersive experience. And reports claim that the movie is grossing upwards of $2 million a day, and it's on pace to make $1 million in profit.
How much? Jesus, how much is a ticket?
Cheapest ticket, I believe, a matinee is $65, and then it goes up from there depending where you're sitting.
And it's not even the whole movie. So
yeah, it's like an hour and 18 minutes, I believe.
Oh my god! So you cut like the movie in half. Jesus.
And so now Warner Brothers seems to be planning to do this with some more of their beloved IP. Rumor has it Willy Wonka, The Matrix, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings will get the Spare treatment.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? I'm mixed. I want to like
the gimmick is interesting, but it's a gimmick. You know,
exactly.
It only applies to films that I feel have worlds that can be as engrossing as that. The films you just listed off actually that kind of makes a lot of sense. That's all.
But
like
being cut down and changed up with AI technology, I don't know.
That's where you start to lose me, because I'm like, so what are we going to see in the fucking Matrix? As we're not going to spend half the movie in an office building or a single room, because that's going to be boring as shit. There's only a handful of scenes that are, it's like you can really mess with that half dome sort of space, that experience. Same with like Harry Potter. Like, what are you choosing to cut out that the story continues to make sense?
That it's not going to be like, oh, what we're missing this and that. It's like,
yeah, and that you're going to inject all this other stuff that like, and I've seen a few clips, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool, but
yeah,
what am I supposed to be watching? Like,
yeah, where's your eyes going? Like, I hear they're even blowing around like leaves and stuff when the tornado comes. And Dennis, you're going to be in Las Vegas next month. You should go and check this out if you get free time.
I'm gonna be in San Francisco next month.
I'll send you half the money for this. What's up?
I'm gonna be in San Francisco, not Vegas.
Oh, San Francisco. I thought you were in Vegas. Damn, dude.
Oh no. Yeah, that gig. They didn't.
I would have paid for half of this to get a review of this.
I would have paid for the other half. I would have done it. That's 100%. No, easily. That would. Yeah, I would review the Sphere version of. And then next time I'm out there, if I get a chance and they're still running this concept, I'll try to see whatever it is that's there, and that would be an interesting review.
Is it crazy that this has been less than a month and they're making $2 million a day?
Yes,
a day.
That's insane.
How? What?
It just tells me it's just.
Are there?
I can't. Well, I guess if it's only less than an hour and 20 minutes, which is ridiculous to me, and you're not trying too hard to clean the fucking seats between each movie, you could run through a lot, at least 10 or 12 showings a day if you show it, well into the night.
All right, I got the website pulled up here. I'm going to see. Apparently, you got to buy on Ticketmaster. So let's see. Let's go for tomorrow. What do they got? Okay, so they got 2 showings here. They got 5 p.m. Oh no, they got a couple. 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then there's suite reservations you can make. So let's see how much the 5 p.m. costs. All right, we're loading here. Accept. Holy, okay.
What?
Let's see.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay,
they're making $2 million a day because they're $1,000 fucking tickets.
All right, $109 for like the balcony in the way back. $134 for like the middle. 119. Okay, so I guess it's not super bad, but let's see. Does it go up at 8 o'clock or does it stay in that price range? Okay, so the price range is fairly staying at that point, but
it's consistent.
Like a lot of these seats are already sold out. Like it's
$100 fucking dollars.
And I'm looking here. It looks like there's 409 rows that they can pack up here.
Wow.
That's
Oh my God.
crazy.
It's massive.
2 to 3 showings a night. And like I said, you can also get suites to see this. And I feel like if you're in a suite, that might ruin the experience, but maybe I'm wrong.
Right? Wouldn't that limit your field of view?
I
Um,
think so. Oh,
you
wow.
know,
Okay. The suite tickets are $297.43. What a weird
that's
price.
insane. I'll admit though, if it's the right thing, I probably would pay $100 to see them. But you've gotta load it up enough that I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. If you took
Mhm.
Star Wars and you took the episodes 4, 5, and 6, and you gave the
Oh, hell
sphere
yeah.
treatment to all of the battles. So like
Ooh, that'd be
let's
sweet.
watch the fucking trench run. Let's see the battle of the battle of Hoth into the battle of Endor, and just like really take our time to feel like we're
Mm,
a member of Rogue Squadron or something ourselves as the audience. That would be so epic. That I would easily
right.
pay $100 for to see, just that feeling of being inside the universe like that. Because I get it, you
Now,
couldn't then do the whole movie that way because it would start getting messy. Unless
mhm.
it's like, although as I say that, seeing Luke and Leia swing across the gap in Death Star in a space like that would be kind of
That'd be
cool.
pretty bitchin'.
Yeah.
That'd
All
be
right. I don't
sweet.
know. All right. I just talked
Now
myself into it. Now they got to do Star
now,
Wars.
I mean, we do have 4DX seats and stuff. Do you think this could be I guess you can't replicate it because the Sphere is so original. Could you see this being like an IMAX experience where people shoot in the Sphere, like how people shoot movies for IMAX, people shoot for Sphere? Like, could you see if like they did like Patty Jenkins did the Rogue Squadron movie in Sphere atmosphere? What would that
That
be?
I mean, that would be cool. I see what you say. Yeah, because isn't there only one more of these on the planet? Like,
I
there's
wouldn't
only
be
one
shocked.
other
Yeah.
sphere, I think, like in Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I could kind of see that, like you said, like the way people have adapted like the IMAX frame and stuff.
Oh, Abu
Or
Dhabi. Sorry.
oh, there you go. Thank you. Okay. Um, but I don't know. At the same time, it's like that we also thought they were going to start filming movies for like VR headsets, where you're sitting
True.
there and looking around, watching the movie happen around you. That didn't
Hey,
really
Dennis,
happen.
you can get VR porn, so shut your fucking mouth.
It is the pioneer of any
Just,
storytelling format. Porn always does it first.
just ask the people over in what was it? Robert Bobby De Niro in Tropic Thunder. What was his
Oh,
name in Tropic
yeah,
Thunder? Oh no, it was Jay Baruchel that was
yeah.
talking
It was
about
Jay
that.
Baruchel that was. So, the battle between Blu-ray and DVD. You talking to me the whole time? Well, I was just
But
talking to whoever says, "Oh, Jesus."
listening. But I'm with you, man. I feel like this could be a fun experience, but it's just picking and choosing how to
Yeah, it's a gimmick.
omit things.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
like. Yeah, I think we're totally on the same page. It's like, yeah, it seems like it's cool, but I'm not gonna like be flocking to it for every single thing that they think up because, again, it looks weird that the AI wispiness that they did to
Mm-hmm.
everything made Wizard of Oz look really funky in the clips that I saw.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know if it's the right
And
thing, maybe, but I also don't want to feel like you're
even
ruining a thing I
a
love.
beloved
So
franchise.
yeah.
And even like when I went to fucking Thailand a couple of years ago and they had the fucking walls, I forget what the fucking name of it, where the
Oh
walls project shit.
yes,
I saw
yes.
Napoleon, and that was a gimmick. It was just like extra bullshit that wasn't even really important to the story. So I'm like, okay, so cool, I saw that. Moving on. But I feel
Right.
like the Sphere at least gives you slightly more, but like you said, you're getting a little weird uncanny valley situation there.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I
So
would say, if
well,
anything, I'm more up for what you described because it reminds me of the attraction at Universal, the
yeah.
where it's like they start projecting things around the edge of the theater screen in front of you. That's cool, and
Hmm.
it just adds to drawing your attention forward and feeling more pulled into the world without it requiring all this extra bullshit. Um,
Hmm.
it's only a little bit more work, I feel. I mean, it's still a considerable amount of work, but nothing like to the
Yeah.
scale of the Sphere. So
And that's like I also all the time where you see like trailers where like you got like your fucking black bands on the top and bottom and then it's animated or like characters come out and it's like a 3D effect and it's like why can't we just get that as a full movie opposed to seeing a 3D movie with glasses? The capabilities there.
Oh,
but they're
right.
not putting
Yeah.
effort in. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. I don't know. Sorry.
No, I get what you
I
mean.
just said random words. All right. Speaking of a classic franchise here, Dennis, a couple of episodes ago, we mentioned that the rights for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre were up for auction, and there were some heavy hitters bidding on it. Well, early reports are claiming that A24 has won the rights to the franchise, and it sounds like their first task is to create a streaming series being produced by JT Molnar, Roy Lee, and Glenn Powell. But supposedly Glenn Powell won't star in the series.
Okay, good.
Do you want to see a Texas Chainsaw series? And would it
I'm
be the
curious.
kids going there, or would it be the family? What do you think?
It'd have to be the family. I feel like it's and then your rotating cast is whoever they're terrorizing or whoever they're lulling into their home. And obviously, how do they interact with the people in town? Like those are the things
Yeah.
that some of the movies touch on, that I think it would be really cool to kind of see that explored further in a series. I mean, there's so many Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. You forget which ones even exist. Like, forget Alexandra Daddario starred in one where she's
fuck yeah.
she's
Hell,
his cousin or something.
even
Like,
before that, didn't Jessica Biel star in one too?
that, and it's still one of my favorites. It's so unnerving.
That was probably the
one
last one I fully enjoyed.
Arlie Ermy was so fucking foul in that movie. It was so good. That cast was great. And I would say that movie is what changed my opinion of slasher horrors. That was my start to,
That would
like,
make sense.
and then from there I was able to start enjoying and appreciating some gnarly slasher films. So I always have a soft spot for that version of Texas Chainsaw. So, and then that brings up the question: all right, are we taking it back? Are we going to make it a period piece, going back to the 70s? Are we bringing it out to the modern day like some of the other films have? Which were all bad, in my opinion, when we started making it all present day. It's way better if you have it set in the 70s. I like that limitation. Yeah. And
now,
let's not worry about all the technology and shit.
How do you feel about A24? I like their stuff, but sometimes they can be a little bit more art housey and a slow burn. Do you think they'd do that with this franchise?
It wouldn't surprise me if they did. I don't know how long it's been since you watched the original Texas Chainsaw, but
I saw it last Halloween with one of my old bosses. We went and saw a midnight showing.
I mean, it takes a minute.
It was
before
we
get it.
Burn,
it takes a long time before we finally get into Leatherface terrorizing our compatriots, just trying to drive through town to get to a concert. Yeah, I could see that though. I think given the original film, that is very much in the tone that A24 would bring into a modern audience. Probably quicken the pace a little bit, and then obviously it'll be more concise in its cinematography, and the visuals I think will come off better. But I think that story fits perfect into their catalog. So,
and I gotta say,
let's see what they got.
The producers here, I'm impressed by. JT Molnar did one of my favorite movies last year, Strange Darling, and that movie knocked my socks off. So if it's anything like that,
that's
cool.
Right.
And Roy Lee and JT Molnar just wrote The Long Walk that just came out. I'll be reviewing later. And Roy Lee produced The Long Walk. So those two together, I'm like, all right, I like that. And then Glenn Powell. I feel like this guy takes major swings with what he does. So I'm intrigued by that trio.
And bold of him, I'm glad he's not just trying to stick himself in the movie.
Yes.
There's certain actors we've seen way too much of. All right, yeah. I hope there's an acknowledgement of. I mean, obviously, he's already got big movies coming out.
He's a franchise maker.
Extremely mixed feelings about freaking Running Man. That is not the Running Man I want it to be.
Rough. And I love Edgar Wright's, but
this isn't. A, it doesn't look like Edgar Wright. B, this isn't the story that the original one I'm in love with. It's not this.
It feels like a modern movie that's just all over the place. But we could be wrong. It's only a trailer. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But
that's true. So as am I.
Yeah. And honestly, Glenn Powell has an upcoming Hulu show called Chad Powers that already got renewed for a second season. So he's already busy doing that and movies.
And I'm a fan of the source of that character. Are you familiar with where Chad Powers comes from?
Wait, was it like he would do like these characters on, I think, like Instagram or TikTok or something? Or
so this was a bit that Eli Manning. It's funny enough, we were talking about him earlier. It was a bit that Eli Manning filmed where they did very intense prosthetic makeup and dressed him all crazy. And he went to a college combine, like he went to try out for a team as old as he is now. And it was this whole joke where his name was Chad Powers, and he like, of course, he's just throwing bombs, and people are just like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" But then he's like not fast enough anymore. He's not. He's a little too heavy
got
for
half the goods to do it.
Right. It's the video. The videos are hilarious. Just seeing these people's reaction and watching people talk
these
shit
are
behind
like
Eli
legit. They're not like sketches.
Yeah.
They're like
yeah,
real.
it's legit.
Oh wow.
And then there's the big reveal. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm actually Eli Manning, and and then everyone's finally in on the joke. But that's where it comes from. It was this like hidden camera-ish sort of like prank thing that Eli Manning did. So they're taking that, turning it into a real character. One of the things I appreciate is the college that he's supposed to be from originally was University of Oregon, where he when he was a quarterback there, he's a duck. That's their mascot. Sure. I've got family that have gone to both OSU and U of O, so there's always that fun rivalry between the two schools. So I love that they're getting some attention on the big screen in the series.
Yeah, well,
it's interesting. I think it feels kind of natural. I think that makes sense.
Like you said, I believe he's getting heavily in like prosthetics and stuff too. And I think that may be the gimmick here too.
Exactly.
Like,
so
and the other guy.
He's doing the deception thing. They're making him into like a real character, so to speak. It's based on a sketch.
Okay, yeah, because it's a former college quarterback attempts to come back by posing as a walk-on player for a struggling football team. I like this cast. You get Steve Zahn, and that's the only other person I've recognized here, so I'm going to shut up. Oh, no. Clayne Crawford. It doesn't matter.
I think we get, and then I saw a character actor that we're both a fan of, and now I can't think of his name. That's in just like 1,000 things, and I can't think of his name.
Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the cast list here from, of course. Oh, Toby Huss.
Yes, there you go. Toby Huss, one of our favorites here in the show.
Oh,
yeah, he'll be in that series as well. So,
fuck yeah.
I just happened to have the League on the other day, and episode he was in playing the drug dealer. Say, you said you wanted a DVD, right? So that's cocaine. Well, I don't want cocaine. Well, then you should have said you wanted a VHS. I don't understand this menu.
I miss that show so much.
Yeah, it was so good. Oh.
Anywho,
yes.
Warner Brothers has had a fantastic year at the box office with countless smash hits every month, it feels like. I'm talking a Minecraft movie, Sinners, F1, Final Destination Bloodlines, Superman's, Weapons, The Conjuring, Last Rites. Well, it looks like those record-breaking movies have made an impact, and the studio looks rather appealing to Skydance. And as we previously mentioned, Skydance purchased Paramount, and they've been making some exciting moves for the studio. And now they're considering doing the same thing with Warner Brothers, and they're looking at buying the studio for $70 billion plus.
Jeez.
I'm a little afraid. Like, I'm excited because I like what they're doing with Paramount, but now we have a big monopoly. We're knocking two big players out of the game. Merge. I don't know.
I don't like that. We already have. There's already too few conglomerates controlling all of the media that gets fucking made in this country. The fact that like 6 networks make all of television, the movie studios are in the same boat. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of this. Like you said, Warner Brothers has just been crushing it this year. Why not? I don't know. I get it. They want to make their money, but don't.
That's the whole reason Zaslav came in and has been fucking things up for everybody, because he was brought in to make it look more appealing to sell. But it's like you said, they're killing it. Why not continue and let that legacy live on in the rightful hands?
Yeah. It's Warner Brothers. The name still means something in Hollywood, and and for fans of film, that name is synonymous with a lot of great films. So I don't know. I mean, let's be honest, it's very likely going to happen. But are we excited about it? No.
Am I excited to see big things changing and coming for Warner Brothers? Yes, but I feel like those big changes could come from inside the studio itself. But
yes, agreed.
We get no say in this shit. And the politics that went into buying Paramount were already sketchy enough, and we're
Yeah,
not even
and
gonna
you
dive
want
into
to do that all over again? Well, I'm like,
uh-huh.
the fucking president tried to get his fucking nose into all that business, and that
Yeah.
that is just disgusting. We don't need
Ridiculous.
more hands messing with
Mhm.
our movies. I just
Yeah.
keep the fuck out of it. If you don't like the movie, then don't watch it. You don't need to tell people how to make it from the beginning like that.
Mhm. It's not a dictatorship. But you want that,
No,
go to another country where they control media. But here, well, I don't know.
I'm with you, man.
But this next story, Dennis, I'm super pumped for. After the 2023
Yeah.
strikes radically shook the industry, everyone, including myself, has been out of work. And a lot of us below the line workers were hurt the most and impacted the most. But
Mhm.
while this time was happening, a grassroots campaign took place to unionize rights for the non-union positions. And it's been a long and tedious couple of years for this grassroots campaign. But recently, the set and office assistants on the Pit season 2 have unanimously voted to get their positions unionized. And the hope of this whole organization is that underpaid and overworked crew members will get their wages raised, access to union health cares, turnaround times, and grievance procedures on the table, and
Mhm.
to help give structure to these people who are kind of figuring out what they want to do in the industry, make a
Exactly.
pathway for PAs, something that is a no-brainer. And it's like, why did it take this long to happen? I'm excited. I hope this happens more often.
I'm with you, man. That is incredible news. For first off, an incredible series. I loved this show, and they did such
Mm,
an incredible job telling that story. Um, that it's great that not only was the show good, but the people who were working on it did their job well, and they care about the people who are working on the show
yes,
all the
allowing
way
this to
to the
happen.
bottom. That is fucking cool, and that just makes me
Hmm.
appreciate all of these producers. Noah Wiley, hats off to you, man.
And
That is
even like the people
killer.
that were working below, like the producers and everyone, they got a vote, and they were even voting for
Oh,
these people
nice,
because,
good, exactly.
like, I think most people don't understand. They think PAs are gophers, whatnot, but they're really the heart and like core of making something happen. They're put into all these shitty situations and being overworked and just underpaid, and it's like a
Always, yeah.
thankless job.
And then
It's
it's
crazy.
they're always doing the PAs are always doing the work of many other people
Oh
all
yeah.
rolled into one. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a position that's it's a title that gets
It's
tossed
thankless.
around and treated like shit, and you're expected to ask for more. So it's I always you always got to be nice to the PAs, and you
Mm-hmm.
and the good ones you always take care of because they will keep taking care of you.
100%. Yeah.
So good for
So
them.
fingers
That is
crossed that more
great news.
shows and more, hopefully this will become a thing that we don't get to vote on each show to show, and something that everyone will get the rights to.
Yes,
Like, fingers
agreed.
crossed. I'm
Yeah, hell
so
yeah.
excited for this. Now, I hope that works for other below the line workers too, but if not, at least the PAs are getting their respect that they.
Yeah, yeah. If anything, it's a step in the correct direction. So
100%.
yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for news here, Dennis.